Good morning. I think I'm going to move over a touch. That's better. I'm in here because it's actually a little bit breezy outside, yet it's absolutely boiling in here as well. So, good morning. It is Tuesday morning, the 21st of April. It is our usual chair yoga class, so you can be anything. You know, pregnant or high blood pressure, low blood pressure, diabetes. Again, with slip discs, you've just got to be careful of forward bends and twists, but I don't think we've got any of those in there. I'm just going to wait for people to come in, but just make sure house rules are that you've got enough space around you. I know I haven't, but I'll move my chair if I need to. I just wanted you to make sure that you can see my feet because they're more they're important. They come in handy. I can't see anything at all, so it's a bit hard to tell what's happening. What else do I need to tell you? Yeah, I think that's it. Just make sure that your chair is sturdy, that it's not on a slippy surface. If you're on stone floor, then make sure that you've got a mat to make sure that it doesn't slide away, otherwise you can have it on the carpet. If you feel sick at any time, stop. Especially, like I said, if you're doing it, especially in the conservatory, it gets really hot. Make sure you've got your water as well. So, I'm going to get started. Oh, that's how windy it is, things are falling down in my garden. So let's start with some breathing. We were doing, I just want you to breathe in, lifting your arms up, stretching up. And if you can, out through the nose, bringing it down. And breathing in. Remember, if your arms don't want to go that far, you can just bring them to here, or you can just keep them here and do breathing in. And let's do 2 more. Trying to fill the whole of the lungs. We'll finish off today with hummingbird breath. Is that the 2? Or one more? One more. And bring it down. So bring the shoulders back. We're going to do a little roll with our neck. So we're bringing our chin down and we're just rolling it to the side. Now we're not going round in a circle. We're just rolling it side to side. Just letting the weight of the head, pull the head down, but don't let the shoulders go as well. Keep the shoulders where they are. Or make sure that you're sitting right back in your chair, your feet are flat on the floor. I'm forgetting all my teaching points this morning. We're going to bring it back to the centre and bring it back up. So we're going to do a similar thing going back, but we're going to use our hands and we're going to hold and support our head. We're going to tilt our chin up as if we're just looking up, and we're just going to look as if we were watching the red arrows go across the sky. Close your eyes if you've been blinded by the sun. And if there's any pain in that neck, anything feels a bit weird, a bit sickly, stop. And then we're going to bring it back to the centre and bring bring it back to normal. So my teaching points with the chair. I mentioned my feet and then didn't mention the teaching point. Make sure the feet are flat on the floor, that you're not on your tiptoes. If you are, stick a pillow or a block under. And make sure that the knees are in line with the hips, they're not out there. You can do when we're doing certain stretches. If you've got a chair that's got its back out, if you can get your bum to hang over, then your tailbone hangs free of the chair. You don't want to be sitting like that so that the tailbone's sitting on there. Depends if you've got a nice squidgy bum. But if you haven't, then you'll have your tailbone sitting here. Also, you'll find that this area here supports that round part of your back, and then your shoulder blades will kind of sit around the back of the chair. So this is quite a nice chair for doing stuff like this. But not everybody's got this kind of chair. So you have to use any kind of chair you've got available to you. But if you've got a chair like this that opens up, they're really good for doing stuff like this. Okay, let's bring it into our shoulders. So we're going to give ourselves a thumb up. We're going to stretch our fingers out, stretch our arm out, and bring it across our body. Then you're going to grab, not the elbow, but just above. Now, if you find that you really can't, then you can take it just below, but not on the elbow itself. And then you'll just pull in that arm in towards you. And this you'll feel opening at the back with the shoulders. And we're holding it for 3 breaths. So we're bringing it back out. We're going to change hands. So again, thumbs up. Grab behind the elbow if you can. Pull the arm in towards you. And bring it back out. So let's change it one more. Thumb up. This time, see if you can give it a little pull. So again, not on the elbow, just below the elbow or above the elbow. Thumb still up, and you're just giving it a pull as you're pulling it in towards you as well. And you'll feel that really opens up the back. And let's change sides. Thumb up. Pull it out away from the arm and also push it in towards you. And then bringing it back out. So we have to go the other way. Now I'm going to turn around and I'll show you an alternative. So, if you're on a chair where you can reach your hands behind, great. From there you're pushing down, you're trying to lift away. Now you might not be able to do much. If you're on a chair that you can't do that on, then you're going to swivel your bum to the side. Silly topical. Grab your hands and again push up. Again, if this feels too much, then you can just place your hands on your bum and push your chest forward, bringing your elbows together. So you've got a couple of options there on what to do. So push that chest forward, pull them elbows, trying to get the elbows to touch. Or lifting the arms away from the bum, straightening them out. We're going to relax. We're going to do it one more time. So again, up to you, either here or here. Pushing the chest forward. And bringing it back down. And move myself back. So, we're going to work on our hands. With our hands, place them on top of your knees. And you're going to turn them over and back, over and back, over and back. So we're working the wrists, we're working the elbows. You'll feel this all the way into the shoulder. And then we're bringing it back We're bringing our fists together and we're moving our fists in and out towards each other. And then we're moving our fists up and down. Again, just working the wrists. But again, you won't just feel it in the wrists, you'll feel it and it'll work into the elbows, it'll work into them shoulders as well. And then we're going to give our fingers, either do that or wiggle them. So again, we're forcing and causing blood. Don't forget the thumb. We're causing blood to rush to the fingers because the body's thinking, what the hell are you making your fingers do that for? So they'll find that blood will rush to it. Give them a shake. Lovely. From here, let's work that spine. So it's cat and cow. Tilting the pelvis under, bring the arms in, breathe out, tuck the head in. Then breathe in, tilt the pelvis back, pull the shoulders back, look up. Breathe out, rolling forward. Pulling that belly in, bringing the elbows together at the front. Breathe in, the pelvis tilts back. I'm going to do this from the side. Breathing in. So you're staying where you are, I'm turning to the side so you can see what I'm doing with my hip. So with the hip, we're tilting the hip under, we're pulling in the belly, we're leaning forward as we're breathing out. We're breathing in, we're tilting the pelvis backwards, pushing the chest forward, pulling the shoulders, lifting the head up. Let's do one more. Breathing out. And breathing in. And then bring it back to center. So from here, let's take it over into a side bend. So if you want, you can lift the arm up. Breathe in, hand onto the chair, breathe out, reach over to the side. Remember, if that's too much, you can take the arm out and just look up to the side if you can. Again, if that hurts your neck, look forward. I'm going to lift my arm. And then we're breathing in and we're breathing out to bring it down. So turn the thumb back, breathe in, breathe out. Breathing in, stretch the arm, breathing out, bringing it down. The thumb's going back to the front as we're bringing it down. So again, working that shoulder. Breathe in, breathe out. Lovely stretch through the lower back. Breathe in and breathe out. So we're going to do our twist. Now if you want, you can turn sideways on the chair, but I'll keep you facing forward. You're bringing your right hand to your left knee and you're pushing your left knee away at the same time as you're pulling with your right hand, so it's a force there. Bringing the other hand down, place it on the bottom of the chair or anywhere you can grab on the chair. Lift the body up, breathe in, and as you breathe out, push the knee against the hand, push the hand against the knee. Look over your left shoulder. Breathe in as you're stretching up, and as you're breathing out, bring yourself back to the chair. Let's try the other side. So your left hand goes to your right leg. You're pushing in opposite direction. The hand comes to the chair. You're breathing in, lifting up. You're breathing out, having a look over. Make sure that the shoulders aren't coming up, they're pulling down. If you want, you can turn and look over at the shoulder or keep it in line, it's up to you. Breathing in, we breathe out to come back round. Let's try one more. So hand down, breathe in, stretch up. Breathe out, look over your right shoulder, push the knees and the hand against each other. Breathing in, lifting up. Breathe out, bring it round. Last one. Perfect. So, let's bring it into our hip muscles. So we bring our hands onto our hip, onto our knees. We're going to lean forward and we're going to work towards your left, going around, curling the back in towards the chair, bringing it all the way around the front. I'm going to do this from the side. So we're down, we're going towards your left, we're curling that back. We're moving all the way around to the front, where the back becomes flat. So we're going round, we're bringing it back. I think this is the fourth and this one is the fifth. Now we're going to go in the opposite direction, so I'm going to turn back this way. So again, we're coming forward, we're going towards your right and curling round. We're doing 5 of these. And I believe this is our last one. Back up. Lovely. What are we wearing this top again? So, from here we're going to take it into our pelvic floor. So imagine you're in a lift, you want to stop yourself from breaking wind. You want to imagine that you want to stop yourself from having a wee, and then this part of your belly, as you breathe out, you're pulling it backwards as if someone's dragging a cord right through your belly button and pulling it towards the back of your spine. You should still be able to breathe, it doesn't stop you from breathing. So get yourself nice and relaxed. We'll keep all our muscles, so our bum and our thighs, everything relax. Our bum and our thighs, I don't know why I touched my belly. Bum and our thighs relax. And we'll just pull in the sphincter muscles inside, so the abdominals, not the legs. We're going to do this 5 times and we're going to hold it for 10 breaths. I'm going to count because otherwise we'll be there forever if I don't count. What else do I need to tell you? Oh, if you want, you can, after on the 3rd one or the 4th one, you could try squeezing all the muscles at the same time, so tightening up the legs, everything like that. Okay, so here we go. So start at the back, pull in at the front, pull in at the belly, hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. So we're going to do it again. Make sure you're breathing. Pull in at the bottoms, pull in at the front, pull in at the stomach, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. So remember, it's only into this area here. We're not breathing all the way down to the lower part of the stomach. So you shouldn't feel that stomach moving. If you lose it when you breathe out, breathe in, then as soon as you're breathing out, pull it back in again. Okay? So if it goes, don't worry about it, just keep trying to pull it back up. Here we go again. At the back, at the front, at the belly, shoulders back, chin in. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, So this time, if you want, we're going to pull in all our muscles. You're going to squeeze your bum. You're going to lift your toes up, engage the knees, so you'll feel this thigh muscle. The harder you pull them toes up, the more you'll feel this muscle work. You're going to imagine squeezing your legs together so that you feel that muscle working. You're going to squeeze your bum, squeeze your outside thigh muscles, put your toes down. So all these muscles are now being nice and held tight. Now we're going to take it to the back, to the front, to the belly, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Ooh. So let's do that one more time. So tighten up all the leg muscles, squeeze the bum muscle, pull in the pelvic floor, the back and the front, and pull in that abdominal lock. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Again, a little glitch. Don't know what happens there. So, we're bringing it down. The more you do that, it's brilliant, and it helps to keep everything inside, internally, really nice and tight. People always think, oh, I want to get a nice six-pack, but it's not the six-pack, it's actually them muscles in there that do the majority of keeping us healthy and keeping us balanced as we get older. And it is to do with balance. That's our core strength that we're working on. So standing on one leg is all dependent on them muscles, not a pretty six-pack. The outside is just for show. It just protects somebody punching you in the stomach, and that's what it's there for. Your core muscles, your internal muscles, they stop us from falling over. They're the good stuff. So let's bring it in down into our legs and get them working. So from here, we're just going to step. So we're flexing our foot and we're lifting our thigh clear of the chair. We're just lifting up. You'll feel this into your hips. You can pull that pelvic floor in and pull that abdominal lock in if you can. It works it a little bit harder. And you'll find that if you're doing it, it'll tend to drop every time you lift your leg. But that's good to know that you can lift it back up again and pull it back in. And then we're bringing it down. So we're going to take it a little bit more and bring it into our knees. We're lifting up, we're pushing out, we're pointing and we're flexing and we're bringing it in. Now, if the minute you do that, your leg goes, oh, can't do that, then you can place your hand underneath the leg, hold it up and straighten the leg. Point and flex and bring it back in. And we're doing this because we want to work that knee a bit more. We want to work these thighs a bit more. So we're lifting. If we need to, we hold, we straighten the leg, we point, we flex, we bring in. But you'll feel this muscle here working. While we're working them knees, stretching them knees, we're working this thigh muscle. This is our up and down stairs muscle. So if you want, you can hold onto the chair, you can place your hands on your lap. It's up to you what you do. What you don't want to do is squunch. So the minute you lift that foot off, you don't want to end up curling. You want to stay nice and straight. If you curl again, grab the leg, bring it back in. Okay. So that was 2 on each side. We've got to do 3 more on each side. That's 3. That's 4. And we'll do 1 more. 5. And bring it down. So taking it through our outside of our thigh. Remember, you can have your foot here on the floor. In fact, we're going to move forward on the chair because it makes it a bit easier. So you can turn your foot from there and you're just letting the knee drop. If you can, you flex your foot, you place it on your knee. Now, if it can move, it moves. If it can't, it might just stay there and you're thinking, oh, that won't move at all. It might even be up here. Anywhere it feels okay. So on the floor or down if you can, or up here if you can, sorry. And if you can, you're just moving it. You're not pushing it, because you'll put too much pressure here and here. You're doing it yourself. And like I said, if it doesn't want to do it, it won't do it. You take no notice. Try and keep this foot flexed. Don't let it just go like that. Keep it flexed. Keep pulling them toes back. And it'll start to open that knee. Protects that knee a little bit more for you. You might find if you let it go, you can move it a bit more, but you'll feel it in that knee. If you flex it, then it'll take care of that knee for you. So we're going to lift it off and bring it down. We're going to try the other leg. So again, if that's as much as you can do, that is fine. You just do that. Or you're flicking and you're bringing the knee up on top. So always think, how does that feel? If it's too much, you take it, you reduce it. But sometimes you've just got to let your body have a go. It doesn't know what it can do until it can do it. And then we're going to take it off. And we're going to bring the other leg up. It's always better the second time. The second time the body goes, that's what you can do. So flexing, bringing it up. Now, even if it's here, we're doing the exact same thing. So even if it's there, you're staying there, you're going to do exactly the same thing. From here, bringing your hands together, push the knee down as far as it can go. If it doesn't want to go, remember it doesn't have to. Push the hands together, so really squeezing them in front of you, and then breathe out and lean forward, just a touch. I'll do it from the side. So from there we're squeezing, the hands up by the chest, a little bit away, shoulders back, and we're breathing out, we're leaning forward. As soon as you do it, right in there, right here, remember keep that foot nice and tight. And then we're going to bring it back up and we're taking it down. We're going to try the other side. So again, remember, even if you're there, you're still doing that. You'll still feel it. You'll still feel it the same places. So, but if we can, we're taking it up onto here. We're bringing them toes back. We're flexing that foot. We're pushing that knee down. We're bringing them hands together, squeezing them together, shoulders down. And then as we're breathing out, we're just going to lean forward. If that elbow goes to that knee, lovely. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. And then lifting it up, bring it down. So with that, you're starting to work the shoulders and the arms as well as doing it, but then you're stretching them thighs. So I like to do two things. May as well. From here, we can sit back again, back into our chair. We're going to cross our legs over, and you're going to squeeze the top leg down and the bottom leg up. And you'll feel this again working through here, but it's also working through the inner thighs. And then we're changing sides. So squeezing the legs together. And let's take it over the other side. Squeezing one up, one down. Ankle squash. And bring it down. So we're going to see if we can work them inner thighs. We're taking our legs nice and wide. So as wide as you can go. You're going to stretch. I'll turn my chair around so you can see what's happening with my foot. We're going to stretch the one leg out, pull them toes. See if you can stretch it out as much as you can. Then you're bringing it back in, and we're going to stretch out that other leg. So you're stretching it out to the side, pulling the toes back. And bringing it in. Stretch it out, bring your hands to your other leg, and lean down onto your thigh. So I'm going to do it sideways now so you see what's happening with my leg. You're just going to see what's happening with my hands. So we're taking the leg out, we're pulling the toe up, we're leaning our hands onto the other leg and we're leaning down into it. This is squat for the inner thighs, but we're doing it on the chin. And then we're bringing it up, bringing that foot flat on the floor, sliding that one out, toes up, leaning our hands, leaning down onto that side. You'll also feel it pulling around the back. And bringing it back up. Bring the feet back to the front. Come to the edge of your seat again. So you've got to do the edge of the seat there, sorry. Take the one foot out, pull the toes back, keep the other leg bent. You're going to stretch down that leg as far as you can go. It might not be very far, doesn't matter. Tuck the chin in. Hold it here. And you'll feel this through the back, so we're going to bring it back up. We're going to swap feet. So let that one go out, hand down, slide down. And we're going to bring it back up. And let's try the other side. So taking the foot out, shoulders back, pull the belly in, slide down, tuck that chin in. You'll feel this through the back of the leg, through that bum and through that lower back as well. And bringing it back up. So from here, we're going to work our ankles and work our legs. This is it's very good, but it is a killer on your legs. So again, if you want, you can sit back a little bit more, but not all the way back. You want to try and keep yourself nice and straight. If, however, when you're doing it, you find yourself collapsing down, then move back into the chair so that it holds you nice and straight. Okay? So, this is alphabet with your foot. I have noticed sometimes I forget some of my alphabet as well as my numbers. So, if I do, you can all write on the bottom, you missed your W, Mari. Here we go. With your foot, you're going to do capital letters of the alphabet. So we're going to start with A and B. I know I'm backwards to you. C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Don't think I've missed any there. But with that, as well as the ankle, you'll feel it in the knee, you'll feel it in them hips. So let's move to our other leg. So we do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, do my N. N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Bring it down. Lovely stretch for the legs. So now we're going to bring ourselves into our up position, or our chair, standing chair. You can have your hands here, you can have your hands on the side of the chair, you can have your hands out. I'm going to turn sideways so that you can see what's happening with my back. So feet in line with your hips. You choose where your hands want to be. At the bottom of the chair to push up, or here, or here. You're going to take the arms out if you're doing it this way. You're leaning forward, and then you're lifting your bum up and off the chair. You can give them hips a little push forward. We're going down, we're tilting the pelvis back. We're sitting down into our chair. Okay? So we're going to do 5 of these, 5 up, 5 down. Here we go. Breathe out as you stand up. Breathe in as you sit down. Three more. Now you don't want your feet to move, or rather your knees, so you want to keep the knees in line. You don't want them going out or going in. Now we're going to do our last one, I think. Lifting up. Now we're going to hold it. So we're going to sit down and see how long we can hold it just here before we sit down. And then sit down. So that really works the legs, works the back, works the arms and the shoulders. So it brings everything in. So we're going to bring ourselves up, so we've got to stand up now. So lifting up, bring ourselves up to standing. Where am I? Oh, yeah. So one of my new add-ons is a chair squat. You're going to stand at the back of your chair. So I'm going to turn my round and I'm going back to you for a moment, but it shows you what I'm doing. Yeah. Am I going to get all my legs in? So if we stand, I'll do that way. If we stand with our chair at the side of us, in front of us, and we're standing behind the chair, we're taking the feet as wide as we feel comfortable, and we're turning the toes out, but we bend our knees and we make sure that the toes and the knees are in the same direction. So you're not doing it and your knees are coming over to the side, but your toes are going that way. If that's the case, you bring your toes in so that they go the same direction as your knees. That is the most important thing, is that the knees and the toes go in the same direction. That way it doesn't put any pressure on the knees at all. You're placing your hand on your chair, pulling your shoulders back, and you're just squatting a little and pushing back up. You're breathing out as you're going down. You're breathing in as you're coming back up. And this you'll feel on the inside of your thighs. So with this, we're starting to work them thighs. From there, we're going to bring ourselves onto our one leg. So if we start with your left leg, tighten up the muscles. So it's the same thing we're doing when we're standing. If we do the standing, and then we'll take it to the fingers. So if we stand, you can hold onto your chair. Have the feet in line with your hips. Pull the toes up, feel them thighs lifting, tightening the knees, lifting. And squeeze that inner thigh, squeeze the back thigh, the bottom. pull the pelvic floor in. So at the back, at the front, and that abdominal, shoulders back. So from there, we're moving, both facing the chair, we're moving all the way to the one leg. And then from here, we're lifting the leg to the side. We're bringing it back. We're going to kick it back. Feel that tightness through the body. Bring it in. So this time, before we go forward, we're still keeping that foot lifted off the floor. We're going to see if we can go up onto our tiptoe. And then we're bringing everything down and we're pushing forward, shoulders coming back. So bring it back up. Let's try the other side. So tighten up all them leg muscles. Move your weight to your right foot. Bring the left foot out to the side. Bring it in. Take it back, but keep that back nice and straight. Feel that pinch here. Feel the pinch through the bum. Bring it back. Before you put the foot down, come up onto your tiptoe. And bring it down. Okay? Let's do that again. So, tighten everything up. Move to your left. Bring the left foot out, toes facing forward. Bring it in. Take it back. Keep that back straight. Bring it in. Keep that foot lifted. Lift onto your tiptoe. Bring them down. Push the hips forward, shoulders back. Tuck the chin in. Lean back. Feel the stretch through here. Tighten them muscles. Move to your left. Lift the foot. Bring it back. Kick it back. Bring it in. Up onto your tiptoes. Bring it down. Lovely. So let's go and stretch them leg areas now. I'm going to turn the chair this way. We're standing by it. We're taking our foot back. We're trying to place the heel flat down, foot facing forward. Bend that front knee. Feel that stretch through the calf, right through that lower calf. And we're going to step it back in. We're going to take the other foot back. Heel down, straight leg, push that knee back. Bend the knee at the front, lean into your chair. And bringing it back in. So we're going to change it, but we're going to take it down to our Achilles. Step the foot back, keep the heel down, push into that front knee. Now this knee here, you're going to bend just a touch. Now from there, you're going to roll your foot over more onto your big toe so that your little toe comes off the floor. Hold it. Feel where it's stretching. So remember, keep trying to bend that knee. Might not go very far, that's okay. So now we're going to roll it the other way, and we're going to roll more over onto the little toe. But we're still keeping that knee bent, we're still pushing into that front leg. We're going to roll it back to center so that we feel even through the sides of the foot, that we're pushing through the little toe and also through the big toe. And again, pushing. So we're going to set that foot in. Let's try the other foot. So we're taking it back. We're placing the heel flat down. We're pushing into that front knee. We're rolling to our big toe. Hold it there. Keep trying to bend that knee. Where is it stretching? Let's roll it all the way to the little toe. This should be a lot harder for most people. We tend to roll in rather than out. And then we're rolling it back to center. So it's even, we're still bending that knee, we're still pushing that front leg. And from there we're going to step the other foot out to meet it. So remember, if you can't do it with your arms straight, you can bring your elbows down. If it's too quite hard, put a blanket or a towel over the top to keep it in that position. So I'm going to do it backwards so you can see again what's happening with my feet. So I'm going to go to my elbows because otherwise I'll be back too far. We're stepping back, we're keeping them knees nice and straight. We're pushing our head through our legs. If we feel we're bending, then we bend the knees slightly to push down. So I'll do it sideways. So from there, we're dropping. We're trying not to get that arch in the back. We want to push down even if it means bending the knees. We're tucking the chin in, we're not dropping it down, but we're not lifting and looking forward. We're keeping the ears in between. But we're trying to push the chest to the floor. And then from there, we're going to come back up and pull the shoulders back. Push the hips forward, shoulders back. So we're going to take it down, we're pushing back, bringing the elbows in. We're letting our head drop down. And then we're lifting and we're bringing it back in. So before we go down, we'll do tree position or thingy tree, half tree. We're going to place our hands on our chair. We're going to start from on our, whichever leg is closer to the chair. That's the leg that we're going to stand on. So we're tightening up all them muscles. We can do the two at the same time if we need to. Pulling that stomach muscle, shoulders back. Bring your right foot onto your, or the foot away from the chair, onto the tiptoe and swivel it out to the side. See if you can bring the foot and lean it against the ankle. If you need to, you've got that to hold on to. Bring the hands to prayer, but again, not touching the earth, so bringing it out. Lift them elbows up. If you can, lift the foot off the floor. If you want, you can get to just a thumb on there. You can always lift the thumb off. But it's always there if you feel a bit wobbly. And then we're turning the knee back in. We're bringing it down. So you can turn around, or you can change the side of your chair. So again, tighten up all the muscles. The foot nearest to the chair, that's the one you're going to stand on, but you're going to keep that knee relaxed, you're not locking it. This one, you're turning it out. You're bringing it in to touch the heel. Then you're going to bring the hands up, shoulders back and down. Lift the foot. If you want, bring it just to the thumb on the chair. You can always lift that up. And then bring the foot down, bring the hand down, turn the knee in. Let's try one more. So again, tighten everything up. Turn the foot out, bring it in, bring the hand in. Find a spot, squeeze them stomach muscles. Remember that chair's always there if you feel a bit wobbly. And bringing it in, bring it down. Last one. So I'm going to get you to sit down on your chair. I'm just going to open this door. What did I get to? So we come back to our chair. From here we're going to bring ourselves into a forward roll. Now you may find that you want to take your legs a little bit wider to get your belly, your boobs through. It's up to you which way you want to do it, it doesn't matter. If you find when you're coming back up, make sure that you tuck the chin in and you roll up slowly. Have a think about how you feel, because remember, even though we're on a chair, the minute your head goes down, your blood pressure lifts. So be aware of that when you're coming back up. Again, if you're pregnant, the same thing, you may find. You can do it, you just need to move your legs out of the way so you can get your belly in between. So from here, we're pulling the shoulders back, we're tucking the chin in, we're rolling down. Now you can keep your hands on your legs. I will drop them down the next one. Let your head just hang down. Feel that stretch right from the base of the spine all the way up to the neck. Try to breathe into the back. Now the head's quite heavy, so it gives a lovely pull right through the neck area here. So we're going to keep that chin in. We're going to use our hands, pull our belly in and breathe in as we roll back up. Let's see my head all like this. So we're going to do it one more time, but I'm going to take my hands down to the floor. If you want to, you can. So we're tucking the chin in, we're rolling down as we breathe out. You can let the hands drop down, let everything just fall forward. So to come out, again we're keeping the head down, but you may want to bring them hands back to the knees to give us a hand. And then we're pushing back, we're rolling up. Head still down. And here's the last thing to come up. Lovely. So, let's just do a little twist, because we've done a lot of back exercises. If we cross, we'll start, I'll do it the same way as you. If you bring your left leg over your right leg, you're going to bring your right hand to the top of your left leg and then your left hand to the bottom, because I'm doing it backwards. Breathe out, give a pull. And then bringing it back. Let's try the other side. So cross the legs over. Grab hold of the opposite hand, the other one goes down to the chair. We breathe in, stretch up. We breathe out, we look over the shoulder. And with this we're stretching diagonally, so you'll feel it through the hip. You can also feel it into the shoulders as well. This kind of does two things at one time. And then bring it back round. So let's finish with the breathing exercise that I was doing on Friday, which is hummingbird breath. You're breathing in to start off. Normally I get you to breathe out first and then breathe in, but with this you can breathe out, then you can breathe in, and then as you breathe out you're going to hum. You don't get to the point where you're going, you want to finish it before you run out of air. Then you just let the air naturally fill the lungs back up again. And again, we're breathing out with that hum. Now to take it more into you, we kind of close, we call it a version of closing the 5 gates. Use your thumb on the little flappy part of your ear and you push it in there, and then you cover the hands over the eyes. You're not pushing, you're just covering the eyes to block out all the sun. So we're going to do a little bit of that before I run out of time. So pushing the fingers in, cover, breathe in, and as you breathe out, hum. So we take our hands away from our eyes. Just gonna let our eyes get used to the sun, and then we can open them. We're gonna breathe in, lifting the arms up, and out through the nose. Out through the mouth, sorry. 2 more. And our last one. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the day. I'm coming down before you all vanish to give you all a wave. Oh, hello, there's my daughter. Hiya, V. Hiya, Savannah. Hiya, Katie. Hiya, Sati. Hiya, Glenn. And who we got here? Hello, Maureen. Hiya, Paul. Hiya, Savannah. Savannah, got you on both. Hiya, Lucy. Hiya, Layla. So, that was the end of that. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, it's just a chair yoga, so it's nice and easy. The breathing is probably the most important. Any kind of movement we can do, especially as we'll find that a lot of us are just sitting at the moment in chairs. Oh, I've only got 1 and 2. Everybody else has disappeared. No worries. So, for the people that I've still got, I hope you enjoyed it. So take care, and I will see you tonight for the fitness yoga. Bit more thinking, not really for people with high blood pressure, diabetes, joint problems, because I'm not there with you. So take care, God bless, bye bye, enjoy your day.